going on, everybody? This is Folks and Gentlemen. We're your hosts.
Oh, hey.
Roy Gravis, Bucky Pender. What are you doing?
Blythe.
With your backwards hat. Blythe's hey, yo. We always got the hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
It's a white hat.
What do you mean?
I don't own a white hat.
Well, it's very white.
It's very white. Very, very white indeed. Not to be confused with your ankles. Good Lord,
did
what is
that come
wrong
from?
with you? If you ain't smoking, if you ain't choking, you ain't smoking.
Clearly.
I get it, yeah, 100%. Good Lord.
How your day been?
It's
Do the people know
I don't
about
think anybody
your
knows.
current situation?
I don't think anybody knows. No.
Do you want to talk about it or not?
We can talk about it a little bit. I had a conversation with my former boss last night. Yes, for those of you who's foreshadowing, I said former boss. A week and a half ago, I was let go. So, yeah, I went to work Monday, the 22nd of July. Mm-hmm. Got a text message about 10:30. Hey, I need to see you at the office at 4 o'clock. Never good when they call you in at 4 o'clock.
No, never.
And we parted ways. So, yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it sucks a little
Sorta,
bit. Yeah,
but I mean,
I've got a couple of things I'm working on. I don't want to talk about too much.
Now that
of
we
it
know
right now.
their standpoint and viewpoint of you, I think it may have been for the best.
I think so. I mean, I have no hard feelings or ill will. I mean, it
What up, Kevin?
it just didn't work. I wanted to go a certain way with the company. They didn't want me to go that way, and
shit happens.
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm a liquor guy.
Speaking of it is what it is.
I know. Speaking of it is what it is.
And the little hint, this is for all the
Look
marbles.
at you. He plugged it in nicely. I love that.
We have a special guest in
We
studio
do. We
tonight.
have a guest. We have a guest picker in the house.
Yes, we do.
Yes, a guest picker.
Ladies
Celebrity
and
guest
gentlemen,
picker.
boys and girls, children of all ages, former producer, the head, one Kanika, John Marble!
Yes, Blythe, I do have free time to build a Highland cow pig pen for Bucky. And that's happening, by the way.
So that was probably the best introduction I've ever got in my life.
And that comes from a guy who has started a wrestling promotion in town.
Right?
And
Absolutely.
you're saying that's the best intro? You
Yeah.
tell your guys come take some notes. If they're watching in the comments,
Hi guys. If
Take
you
note.
don't know who I am,
Fan favorite,
Yes.
John Marble.
yes, I know, because Kevin's like, I'm so happy right now.
I'm so
Off the cut.
happy.
Wait.
Kevin says he's so happy.
Where is Jake? Because he's
Where
gonna have
is
to.
Jake?
He's
Yes.
gonna have to make some kind of music
Yes,
reference.
Right.
there's got to be
and-
something. There's
Yeah.
gotta be
Like if
something.
we're going old school with it, and we've got John back in studio. There's got to be something.
hold on. Let me. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I like it. I love it. Fantastic.
Okay, and go ahead and get the cuss word of the day out of the way.
Okay. Let's see. Shit.
There you
Yes.
go. Yeah.
All right.
We're in. Who's
Who's
John?
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 I forgot. Blythe. I
Blythe.
think Blythe came on right as John was transitioning out.
Yes.
So John, so it used to be a 3-man setup.
Yeah, and for those that
Oh,
don't-
there he is. There he is.
there he is.
Somebody else for me to talk shit to. Good job,
Absolutely.
Jake. Wait a minute. Can I talk shit to Jake?
Sure.
I mean, I guess.
Okay. Here I go.
Oh, look at you.
Oh.
But as Roy was saying, for those of you that don't know and or are tuning in for the past couple of months,
Yes. Yes.
John is our former producer.
Yes.
Correct.
He's the reason we kind of got this show off the ground to begin with.
Yes. Very much.
Partner in crime.
Yeah. PIC to the end. Yeah.
What?
Third.
No
Third-
gang signs. We're
yeah.
not gang affiliated.
Well,
on
it's like,
this show.
I mean, I know who John is.
Okay. I was just
Well, for
checking.
those that don't,
We were just checking because, I mean, we.
Nobody. Okay. The big thing is nobody's really ever seen my face.
this is true.
That is true.
Like,
Every now and then you
every
pop
now
up
and
in the
then.
corner.
Yes. Little
Yeah.
camera. Yes. Little camera in
But-
the corner.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Wouldn't advise it. I get that sharp tongue today.
Oh.
Interesting.
He's on one, apparently.
He's on one already.
Sharp tongue.
Bless your heart. I'm sorry you had a crap
Well, if that's
day.
the case, I got a job for you.
There we go.
John fixed all of Bucky's fuck ups.
Boom! Shots fired.
Shots fired already.
All right.
So what has been going on in
Yeah.
the world of John?
Obviously, you know, the reasoning for leaving wasn't you know, that we had any disagreements or anything. It was just a business thing. Like, you know, I was super busy. I had a lot on my plate, still do. And the guys kind of got with me and were like, hey, man, you know, like, we want, you know, we're friends outside of this. good friends, and they were like, hey, if you want to take some time off, and it got to where even with taking the time off, I was still super busy, so it was best just to let these guys, go about their stuff and take care of their business, and me take care of mine. No hard feelings or anything, and I've been watching the show. I'm going to tell you, like I said it off air, so I'll say it on air. I guess the pupil has definitely exceeded the master here. These guys are doing phenomenal. I love the product, and I love what y'all are doing.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
But as far as me, obviously, I now have a job working for a local newspaper.
Yes.
We were all very excited to see that because we know how much you love journalism.
Absolutely.
And writing.
Journalism, yes.
So I got my foot in the door there, and we're doing great things over there at the Silsby Bee. I also have started, well, I didn't start it, but I'm working with a wrestling promotion, SWF. So we do shows the last week of the month, every month, and half of the money that's made goes to the Boys and Girls Club of Hardin County.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
That's a very good, cool thing.
But yeah, other than that, I guess I'm just kind of living my life, making sure my wife is happy, and we've got an event coming up, and we'll talk about that a little more later. But
so what does SWF stand for?
So, okay, the initial, it's weird because the initial is Sudistic Wrestling Federation, but instead of it being sadistic, it's Sudistic because they say we can't do it without you.
Ah,
See,
look at you go.
So, but it's for business purposes and stuff. It's Southeast Wrestling Federation.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, very, very talented group of guys. Love the passion and the promise of wrestling. And
I think Bucky and I can take your current tag team champs. Though.
Hey,
I looked at those guys; they're a little on the small side.
they might be up for that.
Oh God!
But anyways,
how in shape are you right now? Because I'm not.
Round.
Yeah, round. Yes, me too. 100%.
But I'm super excited about what the future holds.
It's got to be getting some traction because I saw it on today on Facebook. KFDM, a local news station out of Beaumont, wrote an article about y'all.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
They wrote an article. We were on the actual news. We had what did it say?
Silsby Wank Fest.
Well, that's a little fun.
Jake.
All right.
God.
Come on. I'll tell you what. When you come to Silsby, you can step in the ring with me, buddy.
Oh, wait a minute. I'd pay money to see that shit in January.
Yeah.
I would pay money to see the Marvel and the Booker go one-on-one. I'd pay to see that. Michael Perez, what is up, dude?
Glad you could join us again,
buddy.
buddy.
I gotta reach out.
I know you
I gotta
are,
reach
Bubba.
out
I love
to
you.
Michael Monday because he and I gotta talk cigars. Take my take my credit card.
Ooh, we can live stream.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
But yeah, other than that, I've just been doing some stuff for this event coming up.
That's messed up, Blythe. If
What'd
he
she
takes his
say?
glasses off, he couldn't see you. So it's literally
Dude, we
like
could get him the Clyde Drexler goggles.
Oh my God, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I got your stuff in the humidor.
Woo!
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. I will hook up with you at some point.
So are you still on this side of this? Like as far as
my shows,
and-
so I am still producing for Rolling on the Field,
Okay.
and I still do my show, which is So Here's the Thing. My show airs Monday nights, it's Sunday or Monday, depending on if I have a city council meeting or something.
Yeah.
this week is going to be Sunday.
Right, it's going to be Sunday this week.
That's weird.
And then
He's got a council meeting.
Wednesday nights is Rolling on the Field. So we have 2 shows going. We're looking to add another one. We're going to try to go back down the alley of a woman show. So, but we've got some cool hosts to do that. So we're working on some great things over there.
John's My Hero t-shirt.
There you go. Good job.
Yes.
John's my hero.
Yes, absolutely.
That would be funny because people are gonna be like, "Who the fuck is John?"
Yeah. Who's
So
John?
I do have a ring name.
Jesus.
What does that say?
Samoan spike your ass.
Oh man.
Shit is being talked, ladies and gentlemen.
But so I am as helping them. I also have a character.
So you get in the ring as well.
I do. Well, I don't wrestle yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a little teaser.
Still training.
Be looking at October at the Halloween Bash.
Ooh.
Oh,
So
we'll be out there.
yeah, but so I do have a ring name. My ring name is Johnny Power.
Okay.
Johnny Power.
I'm kind of like, I guess you would call it the Vince McMahon without the sexual allegations.
That's good.
So I kind of
no touchy.
You missed the E. There's 2 E's in yeet.
Yeet. I basically give these guys a run for their money, try to throw every obstacle in their way of them being a wrestling organization, and make it hard on them. So, and they fight me off tooth and nail to become a legit wrestling organization. And that's kind of the play right there.
Awesome.
I do have to say, your guys are somewhat talented.
They are.
Because I
very
went to
talented.
the first event that y'all did at Boys and Girls Club, and I took Braden, because you know how Braden
Oh,
is.
yeah.
So it's not just, a lot of people think it's just a bunch of old men that get in the ring and fight each other. So we actually have a trainer. We have a couple trainers. Some of these guys have been doing this for 2 decades.
Oh, wow.
We have a trainer that has actually worked in OVW.
Okay.
Which, if you don't know what that is, it's Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Yeah.
And they are one of the premiers for the WWE.
Yes.
Like, a lot of their talent comes from OVW.
Really?
So these guys are training these up-and-coming ones, and even some of the older guys, to do the stuff correctly. The biggest
I agree, Jake.
The biggest thing about us is we don't want anybody hurt.
No.
Now, there is a level where you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, it's still,
it hurts.
You still have to be an athlete to do this, and
I feel you and I are still athletes.
Yeah. I always call it controlled chaos.
yeah,
That's a
really good analogy,
Yeah.
because it's.
But yeah, so that's what I've been up to lately. But what y'all guys are, like I said, y'all are doing phenomenal. I love the show. I love what y'all are doing.
Well, thank you.
And I love cigars.
Of course you do.
So-
You have one in front of you.
Yes.
I have to hand you yours because I didn't hand you yours. Bucky and I are going a little different route than you are. Same manufacturer, so we're all smoking Drew Estates tonight.
Okay.
John is smoking the Nicarusto, which is a very good one. I think he's going to enjoy it a lot. Did you forget how to use a cutter, sir?
No.
Okay.
I just.
It looks like you might have, because you were done to do the other end. I'm telling you, you're going to like it. I do.
I like the fact that we went with this one for the championship.
Oh, yeah, the all
Black and
decked
gold
out, black and gold. Yeah, a little bit of your blue from your Delicious stuff is in there if you look real
It's literally
close.
So
called
I'm going to
under
use the one that
crown.
almost burned my
Yes.
eyebrows off last
We're going to
time.
crown a champion.
Yes, we are.
Oh, and it's literally called All Decked Out.
Yes, it's
That's
called
why
All
you were
Decked Out.
saying
That's
All
why I
Decked
did
Out.
that,
Look at
It's
you.
literally called. It's the 10th anniversary under Crown. Is what
Okay.
it actually. That's why it's called All Decked Out.
So give us. Can you give us some?
I can.
Some
I
Statteronies on
I
this
picked these up at the Drew Estates event that I went to a couple weeks back with Jenny from Drew Estates. Really knowledgeable. She's probably one of the, as far as events that I went to, she's probably one of the most knowledgeable women in cigars I've seen so far.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing for them. That event was at Cigar Club of Southeast Texas. So shout out to Justin Morris and the crew out there. It was a really good event, really good turnout. They gave away some really cool shit. I didn't win anything, but hey, it happens. So,
That is really good. It's super smooth.
I told you. Y'all think I literally think there's a consensus that people think I don't know what the shit I'm talking about.
Got a nice leaf to it.
Yes. Does have a nice leaf.
Man,
Fantastic.
I love it. And that was the Nika.
That's a Nika
Rustica.
Roosta. Nika Roosta.
Roosta.
That's how it's
Roosta.
pronounced.
Okay, Roosta.
How it's pronounced.
Yeah.
Read
Kev,
some
I think
comments.
once you place that order and you get those, you're absolutely gonna love the Heart
Josh-
of Line cigars.
Josh, is this a reunion special or something?
Something like that. Something like
Kinda.
that.
It's one night only.
Yeah, one night only.
One night only for now. Maybe.
For now, maybe.
But
I
yeah.
do JT Miller.
So
Such a good pour.
I hear you gents have been doing a bracket here.
We have been doing a bracket.
Yeah.
So to recap everybody on the bracket, we
Yeah.
started out, one side of the bracket was for bottled in bond. That had to be the stipulation. You had to be bottled in bond. To be on the one side of the bracket, you had to be under $24.
Okay.
And that was the JTS Brown, the JW Dant. Help me out with the other two. I can't remember them off the top of my head. You can't neither?
He was like,
Awesome.
Hey, history only remembers winners. Okay,
True, it does.
This is true.
Well,
That's-
the only reason I remember that because the final in that side of the bracket was JTS Brown versus JW Dant.
Why am I drawing a blank?
I don't know neither. Was it? Oh crap! You'd have to look.
Okay, so the whole ordeal is it's a bottled and budget
bottled and bond
blah blah
bracket.
blah blah blah.
I gotta like this one.
Golly gee.
He says that I can't even read the screen, so I'm gonna have to
Okay, so
get the comments up here. Whoa.
Evan Williams bottled and bond went up against Benchmark Bonded.
Yes,
JTS
that's what it
Brown
was.
bottled
Justin
and
wants to
bond.
know if there's a call-in line.
JW Dant.
I mean, we can Bluetooth the phone. I mean, it's been I can't hear him because we're not running headphones.
Oh,
but-
yeah.
Oh
don't have
yeah, we wouldn't be
headphones.
able to hear you because we don't have headphones.
I mean, I would have to step out and go. Well, no, you can't Bluetooth two things at once, can you?
No.
Yeah.
So, in the under $14 bracket, Evan Williams went up against Benchmark. Evan Williams won.
Yes.
JTS Brown went up against JW Dant. And in a very close one with some help from the audience,
Yes.
JW Dant, the Cinderella story.
Bukaka. Yes. Budget bottled and bond Bukaka.
Quit it, Blythe. We cannot have things like that.
Why?
And in that bracket, JW Dant ended up beating Evan Williams bottled and bond, which was a shocker.
It shocked Bucky.
So confused.
Yes.
And then on the other side, the over 24, we had Jack Daniels bonded
Yes.
going up against Early Times bottled and bond.
Very close matchup to me.
Old Granddad bonded went up against Rittenhouse Rye bottled and
That
bond.
wasn't even. Rittenhouse
It
was a
wasn't even
blowout. Yeah, I feel we owe the people a little bit of apologies for Rittenhouse being in the bracket. It was the only rye
it
bottled
was the
and
only
bond
single
that was
barrel.
in the. Yeah. So.
He said Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond is just J.W. Danton cosplay.
Well,
Now understand that, when we do this, I haven't had any of the other ones. So
No.
I'm going into this completely
Yeah,
blind
you're going in completely
between the top
blind.
two.
Yes.
so for the finals,
Yes.
Cinderella story that came out of
16 seed.
nowhere. Yeah. Came out of nowhere for a whopping $12.99.
But that's what
Which
it made.
one?
The JW.
JW.
Okay,
Dan.
the J.W. Dan. Okay.
JW Dant comes in at $12.99. Yes. I found it hiding out in Nome, Texas at Betty's Liquor.
Goes against what was-
Shout out to Miss Debbie, who called me literally the
Yeah.
day after I was let go and was like, I'm so sorry. I wish you were here.
Right.
So,
Going up against a heavy hitter, one that was
Yes.
probably by consensus the number 2 overall
it should have
seed.
been one of the top two, for sure.
Old Granddad bonded. So we've got on the grand scheme of things, we have Heaven Hill versus Brown Foreman.
Yes. That's where
Okay.
we're at with it.
Okay.
That's where we're at with it. This cigar is really good, by the way. Bucky, I'm curious on your thoughts on it because you're not really a dark kind of
It's
guy.
very dark. It is very bitter,
Bittersweet cocoa, yes. Bittersweet cocoa.
but it'll definitely stand up to a strong whiskey. I think so.
Which is kind of where I was going with it. I mean, 100 proof's kind of
Right.
strong for most
Yeah.
people-ish. I mean, not us because obviously we're professionals.
Right.
But
No, we're not.
so
Well, hold on.
Oh,
Did you run down the stats?
I did
on this?
not. I got
let's get-
sidetracked.
Hold
Let me
on.
go back.
We have the Under Crown
Yes,
cigar.
the Under Crown.
all decked out
all decked out. Yes,
for the finals.
yes. Keep
we
talking.
can give a little bit of respect to the cigar game
Keep talking. I'm reloading.
and let the people know what we're smoking for the championship.
Yep.
Okay.
Because sports
Right.
teams often smoke a cigar after
Right.
they win the championship.
Right.
So it's fitting. Dark and bitter. Quit talking
Dark.
about me. Blythe, I've seen you. You are
You're
neither dark.
dark nor bitter.
Nor
Yes,
bitter.
I can agree with Bucky on that one. You are neither dark nor bitter.
Definitely
sir.
not dark. I can tell you that.
All right, you want the stats? I'll give you
Yeah.
the stats. So this is a level 4. It is a medium full, not to be confused with full body like
I don't
myself.
know. I'm on the full bodied range on this one.
Okay. It is a San Andreas wrapper with a binder that consists of Connecticut broadleaf and San Andreas. It is a Nicaraguan filler. Its country of origin, obviously, is Nicaraguan. Drew Estates made this. It's the Undercrown 10 is what it's called. But it's also referred to as the all decked out. Housed in a beautiful dark Mexican San Andreas wrapper, a Connecticut River Valley broadleaf binder, and a Nicaraguan filler are combined together to produce a medium to full body profile that offers a herfing experience filled with the richness, spiciness, as well as some sweetness.
I feel like
That's
that's
according to Cigar International.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good.
I really need to make
Yeah.
the trip to Cigar International. I say that multiple
Yeah, we
fucking
keep saying
times.
it.
We
Yeah.
need to get there at some point. They have a new shop in Conroe, by the way. So
Really?
yes. Yes, very new shop.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the rundown. John's got the Nica Rooster. It's also from the Drew Estate line. It's a little more. So the decked out, you're going to pay roughly around $12 a stick.
Right.
Nica Rooster, you're going to come in about 7 or 8.
Which, I mean, shit, $12 a stick for a 10th anniversary.
It's not bad. It's really not
something
bad.
that's called all decked out. I mean,
Right.
I'd take a $12 stick like that.
Absolutely.
No.
What do you think of?
Yeah, what do you...
Man, like I said, it's got a good leaf to it. It's really smooth.
Actually, let me, while I'm doing
It does have a hint of bitterness to it,
I'm gonna
but
run down your stuff, too.
it's all in all a great smoke. Like, it's fantastic.
Looks like it's got a good even burn on it.
Right, good even burn. Not a lot of tear.
So yours is... Hang on a second. I just had it. Yours is the Nica Rooster Adobo.
Okay.
That's what yours is. Okay. So yours is also a level 4 on the scale, which is medium full, not to be confused full body on itself. You are sporting a Habano wrapper with a Brazilian binder and a Nicaraguan filler. And the Ecuadorian Habano wrapper is supposed to provide a nutty,
Yes.
nutty
there
leaf.
is kind of a maybe like I don't know what you would say, like not pecan because pecan is sweet.
When I think nutty leaf in cigars, I automatically go to a macaroon.
Yeah.
I automatically go there just because it's from that part of the world.
Right. There's also definitely on the draw there's a peppery taste.
Yes.
And so that's kind of where the full part of it comes in for me.
Yes, the woodiness, the toasted, the toastiness, that's where the pepper comes in at, obviously.
Right.
So, yeah, good stuff. But, yeah, there's a whole Drew Estate lineup that we just went through pretty much. The Nica Rooster, like I said, it's really good. The Adobo is a phenomenal one. It's $7.
Right.
And you can't really mess with it a whole lot.
Yeah.
So,
well,
Yeah.
I can't. No. I don't know. I don't know what to say about the Blythe comment. That was.
Where was Blythe's comment? I missed it.
Scoot joined in and
I
he
saw
said,
that.
Blythe is talking that word, and my comment on Facebook was crossing a line. Bucky, please.
Bucky. That is very true. You can't go with the bukkake.
Right.
But
So, all in all, enjoyable cigars, right?
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. All in all. I mean, the All Decked Out is one of my, I would say probably top 7.
Which Drew Estates does a good job.
He really does. I mean, I've said it before on the show, if I had to do a Mount Rushmore, it would probably be Drew Estates, Alec Bradley, Rocky Patel, and then who the hell ever after that.
Yeah.
I mean, 'cause
Somebody.
there's so many other ones, but the 3 that I gravitate to are those 3. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's other brands. You and I had a Shady Moose a few weeks
that
back.
one was so like for what it is. That
Yeah.
one was really
The Shady
good.
Moose is really good. If you can find it in the yellow wrapper, highly recommend it. It's
Okay.
about $5-6 stick, I think is what I said.
Right.
So, yeah, good stuff. Good
As
quality.
long as it's not like a 72-inch ring gauge.
No, no. We haven't done that
I'm
anymore.
good.
No.
I feel like you're holding the microphone trying to smoke
Yeah.
it.
That was a one-time thing with the Texas Lancero. It took forever, literally,
Yes.
and I would never do that again.
So, obviously, you know that, and we've talked about on the show that I'm a big box press guy.
Of course, you love the box press.
I love box press.
Can't do cedar.
Can't do cedar.
Luckily, these were not cedar wrap.
Right. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. But, all right, so tell me a little bit about these whiskeys, man.
So J.W. Dant, like Bucky said, is it comes from Heaven Hill Distillery.
Okay.
The specs on Bottled in Bond is 4 years in a government warehouse, has to be 100 proof, under government supervision. Anything that I left out, I kind of hit the high points a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
you're
that's
more
the main ones.
You're more the nerd side of this than I am. I just kind of sit here and drink and say funny stuff.
The idea behind
sometimes.
Bottled in Bond was because way back,
Yes.
the Bottled in Bond Act of 1897 basically gave consumers the assurance from the government that you were drinking pure, unadulterated whiskey. Because a lot of companies were using tobacco spit in the barrels to help it give some color.
Yeah.
There was no guarantee of what was going into that barrel other than whiskey.
They could even put sweet tea in it for all we know.
And Colonel E.H. Taylor was a big part of that.
Yes.
And getting it passed, a lot of it was for selfish reasons, but it did give consumers the assurance that you're getting good quality, 100% whiskey at 100 proof and at least 4 years old. It can be older, but it's at least 4 years old.
Very nice.
Yeah, and these are all like government. Like you said, the government does this. Like this is not the manufacturer.
It's
a manufacturer thing. But
it's a government bonded warehouse.
Yes.
Where the barrels are left.
Gotcha. Okay.
And just real quick, Scoot, happy birthday to the wife.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the wife.
They are in Florida celebrating.
Absolutely.
I saw that. I saw a picture of the wife on Scoot's Facebook.
But
Very, very nice. Very nice.
hey,
Good trip. Fun trip. Hope you're having a fantastic time.
Yeah.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. If you do, make sure you name it after me.
There you go.
So, yeah, we're all on that. So what I'm going to do while you're pecking away on your telephone.
Poor telephono.
Yes. I'm going to do it. So if you have a
what do
Lake
you
Street.
have? Okay.
If you have a Lake Street glass in front of you, which I know everybody does, we are putting the JW Dant in the Lake Street.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
JW Dant for there. JW Dant for there.
Good.
It did not make a cork because it does not have a cork. It did not make the pop. It is a screw top.
Yes.
So we're going to harken back to our college days a little bit when we didn't do shit with corks in it.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with a good screw top.
There's not. There's really not. There's really
Ben
not.
Holiday is all screw
Ben
tops.
Holiday's a screw top. Yes, very nice.
Beautiful coloration.
Beautiful color. Yes, we talked about that. Please don't. Roy is a generic name. I have another name besides that, but we don't use the government name on air. So
No, we don't.
we don't use the government name. Just like we don't use Bucky's government name.
So, out of curiosity, guys, are we going to do this, and then we do this, and then we do them side by side?
Sure. I mean, we can do that. Sure.
I just want to know how y'all want to do it.
However, it's your world, dog. We're just in it.
Right.
It's you're the Geraldo Rivera of the whiskey world right now. I mean, interviewing Jonathan Massano and all kind of other good stuff.
Are you sure this is JW Dant?
Yes, you saw me fucking pour it.
Bro, that nose is good.
Ooh.
That motherfucker's opened up.
Yes, it has. Opened up a lot since the last time we did it.
That's like confectioner sugar, bubble gum.
Yeah.
Like, that's way different than when we did
That's
this
what I'm getting. I'm
originally.
getting a lot of sweet
Yeah.
off the top.
Holy shnikes.
I told you. You know what it is. You've talked shit on it, calling it a Cinderella, and it says Cinderella.
It is it is the Cinderella
I know
story.
it is, but it's saying not today. Is what it's saying.
So
Said,
you're
I'm
saying
coming out swinging.
You're saying that old granddad is a Cinderella story,
No,
maybe?
no, JW
Or did it?
Dant.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because like I said, it's a $13 bottle. It
Right.
sits on the bottom shelf.
Yes.
Nobody ever looks
Nobody
at
ever
it.
touches it.
And it's not Redneck Riviera.
No, thank God. I'm so glad you remember.
Oh, I do.
Had
I
they put out a
remember-
Bottled In Bond, we may have had to put it on the table.
I remember your first cigar, which was Magic Toast.
Yes, I still love the Alec Bradley
Yeah.
Magic Toast to this day. Every chance I get, I literally go for the Alec Bradley. But yeah, you're surprised with the nose. I saw it in your eyes when you smelt it. You're like, is this the same?
I got a really strong hint of caramel in there.
As it sits and opens up, I do get a little bit of that breadiness that I originally got on the first one. But there is a lot of that. That
I would say
sweetness
I would say
up.
banana bread.
Yeah.
That sweetness really opened up.
It's there. I mean, it's got good drapes. The drapes are good on it. It has mellowed out a lot. You can tell it's opened up too.
The burn isn't bad.
No.
Usually with what I've experienced with lesser priced bottles, you're getting a heavy, deep burn.
Yeah, it's that
all the way down.
Burn all the way.
This is not bad at all. I'm still getting that caramel.
When you watch, there's going to be a JW Dant craze now because of this.
Like
you're going to see people rolling in the long.
I like where you're at with it.
You're like, hey, JW Dant, where you got it?
There's a tannic.
Yeah.
I tried to say this word the other day in my JT Mellick video, and I can't. I don't know how to say it as a descriptor. Tannic. It's tannic. Tannic is the word.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use it as a descriptor.
Country
There's a
of
little
origin?
tannin-y. It's got a little bit of a tongue tingle. You must
Okay.
really enjoy that.
that is a good
For $13,
For
like you
$13
got to admit,
You really can't. It's hard to beat.
Hey, what's going on, Brett? Glad you could join
It's
us, buddy.
hard to beat
We
it.
just started the finals.
Yes,
We
just
have
started the finals.
Wow.
JW Dant. And I'll tell you, it wouldn't make a bad old fashioned.
I don't think it wouldn't either.
For $13,
Absolutely.
I don't think it
you're
would.
having people over.
Yes.
Throw that on the bar. Say,
Yes.
hey, y'all make old fashions. We're rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
So I am kind of curious of how it is with the cigar. And before I ash everywhere,
Oh.
yes, I know it's a sin. I did ash my cigar.
That was so good.
Yeah.
That mixture. And, I'm smoking a different cigar than these guys, so.
Yeah, but Bucky, I can read Bucky's face on this one. The dark deep with the proof on this, it's a good combo.
The smoothness of this whiskey with the nutty and peppery.
So let's think
of the
about this,
cigar.
okay? Let's analyze this part of it.
Dude, that's-
for $25 total, you can have the cigar and the damn bottle.
And I'm gonna tell you,
$25
Right.
total.
this is a pairing worth doing.
Yes,
Yeah.
100% pairing worth doing. 100%.
Like it opens it up a different way.
Yes, it does.
It gives it almost gives the cigar like a dark stone fruit feel.
like a
partnered
dark
with the whiskey.
plum kind of stone fruit
Like
type
they
thing.
go really well together.
They do. And like I said, for a $25 combo, you really can't beat it.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm getting, so because of the different cigar, like I said, I'm getting a very refined draw
Yes.
from the whiskey. Like it's so where the harshness of the cigar was, it is now gone. The smoothness of this whiskey has overlapped it, and those flavors in the cigar are popping.
I like it.
That's fantastic.
He learned some shit while he was here.
Yeah.
And it really is good to have a third person, being that this is the finals, somebody that hasn't had what we are drinking. Because we did have some back and forth on a few of these matchups.
Oh, if you would have
where
seen,
it was,
so to recap where he's going with this, the JTS Brown versus JW Dant, Bucky struggled with that one. He was so
well, but here's the
back
fucked up
and forth with it.
part of
Okay.
the French. Here's the screwed up part. JTS Brown and JW Dant are literally the same company.
Yes.
They're not aged any differently.
Okay.
It is literally Heaven Hill putting two different labels
Yes.
on one whiskey.
Yes.
Wow.
But they are so different.
So,
Right.
yeah, the differences alone are ridiculous.
Man.
And don't get me wrong, both of them
What?
really good budget bottled in bonds.
Yes.
Right.
Really good.
Man, I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself because I haven't had Old Granddad
Right.
yet. But for a $13 bottle of whiskey, that is pretty divine.
It's a good pour. And it's a good combo, too.
Yeah,
I was
it
kind of amazed with the
I am.
combo on it. Because I knew whenever I was like, hey, we're going all decked out.
Yeah.
What's what?
One is just aged in different parts of the
Yes,
world.
it is. 100%.
Um,
But yeah,
Man.
train of thought, yeah. The dark cigar, a little bit higher proof whiskey. I would love to kind of see, being as we're talking about this, not to steer away too much, but just to kind of fill conversation. I would love to see the all decked out with something at cask strength.
yeah.
I
Absolutely.
think that would really kind of be a good pairing as well. You know, maybe a still Austin cask, maybe a rye cask, something along those lines.
Brett said things differ from barrel to barrel. Strain of grain might differ slightly.
Yes,
Right.
100%,
Absolutely.
100%
You're not
for
gonna
sure.
you're not gonna pour something out of one barrel and get the exact same thing in the next.
No,
That's
you're
just-
not. That's why people do barrel picks,
right.
because every barrel's different.
No, absolutely. And it's
But
I'm still surprised.
he's
still
struggling.
surprised.
He's struggling.
He's on the struggle.
He struggles.
I am.
He's on the
with
struggle
this one.
bus.
He wanted so bad to just be like, oh no,
Like, I'm legitimately kind of worried now.
Yeah.
really? That's
Yeah.
a shock.
Is Cindarella gonna make her statement? We will find out. But yeah,
So, you're doing this SWF thing.
right.
You're doing it for charity.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's coming? What's next? Do y'all have what's going on? Like,
So this week or this month is kind of a cool deal. So normally when we do shows, we do. I'm sorry, I'm reading off here.
No, you're good.
Normally when we do shows, it's the ticket prices are $10 for adults, $5 for kids 12 and under. We have vendors set up. We did a vendor thing this last month
Okay.
to where vendors are in the actual gymnasium.
Okay.
And they're selling their product and stuff.
Nice.
It was really cool. And I'll tell you this, we even had, and it was so cool to me, we had a church come and do a vendor booth.
Really?
Yeah.
And they had like prayer booths and stuff. It was super cool. And they got into the show.
Nice.
Like, because obviously, if you don't know, our shows are family friendly.
Yes.
As family friendly as wrestling can be.
Right.
Okay. And so we promote that, and we're proud of it.
How has turnout been?
So we've only done 2 shows so far. The first month was not very good, but it was more than I expected.
Right.
And then this last month, we were building on promotion.
Yep.
And so that was kind of the thing going into it. Was I knew I'm big about this. You know, I've been doing this for 5 years, doing advertising and promotion and stuff like that. I knew going into this that it wasn't going to be just 100,000 people show up at once. Like, I knew this was something that has to be built. There are a lot of people who have a stigma on professional wrestling or amateur wrestling that, you know, it's fake and it's you know, it's kind of corny and stupid. And yes, I will admit parts of it are, but I guarantee you, and I've done this before. I've actually shown a video on my personal page. So it's, you know, just the ring itself, you're looking at about a ton of solid steel with 2x12s on top of it with a mat probably about that thick.
Yeah.
When you get slammed on it, it hurts.
It's going to hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
No,
It
no
hurts.
doubt it's
You're going to feel it.
And
well, not just that, to kind of talk about what you were talking about, how some people think it's fake. So my 10-year-old, huge wrestling fan.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we were watching, and you'll relate to this. We were watching AEW the other night when they did Blood and Guts.
Right.
Well, one of the guys that wrestles for AEW is a guy by the name of Jack Perry.
Right.
The significance with Jack Perry is, do you remember Luke Perry from 90210? It's his son.
Right.
Okay. This dude took a chair shot. My wife cringed because she just happened to be walking through the living room when it happened, and she goes, "Oh my God, is he okay?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "He really hit him with that chair." I was like, "I thought this was fake," and she's like, "Apparently not as fake as what I thought it was."
And there are protocols with all of this. Like, for example, back in the day, you would sit there and you'd watch a wrestler get hit over the head with a chair. That's no longer allowed.
Right.
Concussion protocols in place, safety protocols in place. It is something that, I mean, you have to really look at it from a broad spectrum because these guys really do get hurt.
Yeah.
Well, what was the dude? He always like got hit in the head or did something stupid. He was bleeding. He put the sock on his hand.
Oh,
Mick Foley.
Yeah, Mick Foley. Yeah,
Socko.
That dude was like nuts. Like he was always like all I remember is like seeing blood run down his face. Like that's what the vivid memories.
You saw a bunch. If you watched the Blood and Guts match this year, you watched a bunch of. There was dudes getting staples in their back. And all kind of other.
So on the charity aspect of it,
right?
Because you were in the comments. What was it? 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yes.
Talking about an event that's coming up. That
Absolutely.
You've working with a charity. Can you kind of talk about that a little bit? And
Absolutely.
Why that charity and all that
so,
good stuff?
A couple weeks ago, I was writing a story, and I was writing a story for 4 girls that are going to the APWC World Championships in Limerick, Ireland. Okay, so I was writing the story and I was talking. So it's not a school function, okay? So I couldn't reach out to anybody in the school to get the information. So I reached out to one of the moms, and the mother actually was talking to me on the phone, and she was like, "Well, you know, one of the biggest problems is we don't have the funding to go to this event."
To Ireland.
Yeah, and so something in my heart just told me, it's like, man, you know what? I've got to do whatever it takes to make this happen. And so after a lot of prayer and a lot of thought, I was like, man, you know, I'm going to throw an event, because one of the things that I do in this community is throw events. And most of the time they're fairly successful. And so real quick, and just to brag on him, the first thing I did is reach out to Roy, and I was like, hey, I had kind of a spot picked out, and I was like, I need to know if this is available. And so he did his little stuff, what he does, his magic, and he calls me back. He says, not only is it available, but it's booked for you. And I was like, cool. So he's a big part of this and how it works, and I'm super proud of him and thank him so much for allowing us to do this. But so as we went on, we were like, okay, in any event, when you throw any event, you've got to have like it's got to have a draw, okay? And so we were sitting there thinking about, man, how can we make this event bigger than it ever could be? And I'm kind of the weird guy who's like, man, I throw out all these weird ideas. And so the first thing is vendors, which I will tell you this, for those who are watching, if you know a vendor. So at first, the vendor booths were $50. We have now since then realized that, hey, man, times are tough. It's 2024. So we dropped those vendor fees down to $25. Okay? So if you're a vendor and you don't have anything going on August 17th, come to downtown Silsbee. Hit me up. You can call me 409-554-9445 or email me at marbleentertainment88@gmail.com. So because we need all the vendors we can get. All right? Let me tell you a little bit about these girls, though. Number one, they are remarkable. 2 of the girls have already broken world records.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are going to this event. They have, obviously, 3 of the girls are from Silsbee. They actually are enrolled in Silsbee High School. One of the girls is from Vidor. She goes to Lamar. And these girls are powerhouses. They did an interview yesterday, and the guy called me right after, and he was like, I am amazed about how much these girls can lift. Like, it blows my mind.
How do you do that?
How do you do it? And they're really strong. They're amazing girls. They have great parents, and they're doing the thing. And all they're asking is for an opportunity to represent Southeast Texas. That is their thing. They want to go to Ireland and put Southeast Texas on the map. So is this
like a world event, like people from all over?
So, yes, it is 23 different countries.
And you have to qualify for it?
Yes. Or? So the idea, I actually looked this up today because there's been speculation on how these girls actually got to this event. So they went to Nationals in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Okay? To qualify for this event, you have to place within the top 3 of your division. All right? Every one of these girls placed first at Nationals.
In their weight class.
In their weight class. Okay. Right. And so when they placed, they were handed a envelope. And this envelope basically said, hey, congratulations, you are now allowed to go to the World Championships in Ireland.
Nice.
And so that's how that works. Now, like I said, this is not a UIL function. It is a class of its own. But most events, if you look at it from a broad spectrum, a lot of these events are not UIL based.
Well, no, I mean you think about travel ball,
right?
A lot of the tennis stuff, those are all like private leagues, and
right.
I mean, and even like swimming, and because there's. I mean, with the Olympics going on right now, that's kind of what gets your mind rolling.
Right.
Like a lot of these events aren't UIL type sanctioned events.
No, they're not.
I mean, I watched badminton today.
Right.
I don't remember a badminton team in school.
Absolutely.
I watched trap shooting the other day, which for those of you who don't know that's a fancy word for clay shooting.
I can tell you that the event, like I said, the event is August 17th in downtown Silsbee at the Frank Rudisell Pavilion. Okay. If you need an actual address, I actually called Roger today and got the actual address.
Okay. It's got an address?
It does.
The pavilion has an address.
Well, there was like 10 of them at one time.
Yeah.
And now they've brought it down to one. But, and so that's going on August 17th. It's going to start at 10 a.m. It's going to go to 9 p.m. We're going to have live music. We're going to have, like I said, bands. We're going to have, we're working on getting a deadlift competition for our people. Now, the girls cannot lift.
Right.
That day because they have a certain time frame where they can't lift up until the competition.
Right.
But for all you out there who think you're strong enough, we're having a deadlift competition.
I may get in on this. I may bring the old back support out. And
we're having a deadlift competition. We're going to do a baking competition.
Ooh.
I think we're going to do cookies. Who makes the best cookie? We're not sure though. We might just open it up to everything. And then the other thing is washerboards. We're going to do a washerboard competition.
I feel
do a team
you guys have
type
good
thing.
Washers.
Yeah. But live music, and of course the boys from SWF will be out there from 6 to 9. We're doing a Saturday showcase. It's not going to be like your normal event. You're not going to see a lot of promos or anything like that. It's going to be wrestlers doing what they do best, and that's wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're super excited for it. The girls are going to be there. They're going to be doing what they love. They're going to be out there to meet y'all. They'll probably be I'm hoping they'll be wearing their medals.
That'd be pretty cool.
Because, I mean, powerlifting medals are huge, man. They're like this big. Like, they're proud of them.
Heck yeah.
And they're going to Ireland. Who doesn't want to go to Ireland?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I would go, but it would be for a total different competition.
And these girls, I'm telling you right now, are going to impress you. If we get them there, I can almost promise you, you are going to be impressed. You should be already impressed. Like I said, how many girls out there do you know that are breaking records as we speak? And that's just it. Like, you talk to these girls, and like they started fundraising on their own. But the problem was they're in the gym 6 out of the 7 days of the week.
Right.
Like, they are working.
Dedicated.
They have a great trainer, and they are doing the thing. So all of Southeast Texas, not just Silsbee, because like I said, you've got a girl from Vidor, you've got girls from Silsbee, but this should represent everybody in our area.
Yeah, I mean, Southeast Texas as a whole.
Right.
For sure.
Like, let's get behind them. And now, I will tell you this, the price tag on it is $25,000. It's steep. But
that's just to get them there, room and board, all that stuff.
Right, and food. That's what it is. But understand this. I don't have a doubt in my mind that our communities around us will show up and show out for these girls. You think about people, you think about the legend in this town. I heard that there was a powerlifting, I can't remember his name, but he's in Lumberton. There's a guy there. He is a multiple-time champion in powerlifting. Of course, our own town with Mark Henry. Two-time Olympic powerlifting champion. So we're excited. There might be some special guests showing up. We're not sure yet. We're still working on that. But I'm super excited about the event. I think it's going to be a great event. Now, the question is a lot of people have asked me from doing these shows, because these girls have been all over by now. Let's say you can't make it to the show and you can donate. There are Cash App QR codes on the flyers that we put out. There's Cash Apps in the fundraising event. So check it out. Go to my page. Go to Marble Entertainment. I think y'all put the fundraiser.
We shared it.
Yeah, you shared it out.
On my personal page too.
Right.
So.
You can go to all these different places and find this information. If you can't make it, maybe donate a couple bucks. Every little thing helps these girls get to Ireland. Awesome. So that's my spiel.
That's freaking. I mean, that's legit though.
It's 100% legit,
and it's cool that it's something like that, because I mean. And all of the charities and fundraising things that people do for diseases and all, I mean, that's wonderful. Obviously, we'll always get behind stuff like that. But for it to be something cool like this, for these girls to have this opportunity to do that and represent Texas as a whole, even.
Right.
I mean, that's that's crazy.
This is like their Olympics.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is what it is.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're in Olympic season. Let's be honest. We've seen.
Who's to say they don't one day make it?
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's and I even told Roy before the show. So the question is, what happens whenever let's say they go there and they get more than $25,000. So a lot of the funds go into the trip, but if there's any extra, because here's the big thing, these girls aren't stopping with Worlds.
Right.
They're going to continue to train. There are several of these girls who want to make this a career. Yeah. And so it goes into that fund for that. By the way, this is all 501c3 nonprofit. So it's a tax write-off. But it goes into continuing these girls and working for the next trip and the next, So that's one of the things. It doesn't stop with Worlds.
Heck yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it. I know I'll be there on the 17th.
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah.
In multiple capacities.
Yeah. Also, real quick, there are going to be raffles. I forgot to say about that. We've got a ton of stuff from local businesses for raffles. If you're a local business around here and you want to give something for the raffle, get with me. I will get it to the right people. So,
cool.
I know there's one lady who donated by herself. I don't know if you know what a Kate Spade bag is.
My wife.
I mean,
knows
I've
what
heard
it
of
is.
it.
For you ladies, but it's like a $400 purse or bag or something, and they just donated it to the raffle. And said, hey, like we want to support these girls. So it's really cool. A lot of businesses around local Silsbee have donated. I know that there might be some, and I can't say this live on air, but I'm going to make the gesture.
You can say pew pew.
I can say pew pew.
You can say pew pew. I know what you're talking about.
There you go. There's some pew pews that are going to be donated for the raffle.
I'm gonna get in on that. I'm a pew pew nut.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good raffle too. So y'all definitely make time to make it out on the 17th.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think we've had enough time to let our palates kind of reset.
Yeah, we reset it.
We
We
dive into
Yeah.
absolutely.
the OGD.
The OGD. I'll let you pour the OGD. So the OGD, as we talked about, is a Brown Forman, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's a Brown Forman distillery. It's a good bottle. I mean, it won the over 24. So we did a bracket that was 24 and under. And then we did another bracket that was 24 and over. So this is the winner out of the 24 and over. It went up against Jack Daniel's Bonded.
And I believe I spent right at
finals?
$24 on
Yeah.
it. So
You got the cork.
Where's my buddy Ryan tonight?
Ryan is on
they're on
vacation.
Oh, are they?
They're in
Okay.
Paducah.
They're in Paducah.
I miss my buddy Ryan.
Yes, they're in Paducah. I think it's got to do with some kind of quilting or something because I know there's a big
Oh, really?
quilting museum in Paducah because I've
Okay.
been there before. Didn't go to the museum, drove by it. Quilting's not my thing.
Looked like he was really enjoying his cigar.
I mean,
Yes.
I feel like he likes me. He talks to me all the time. So
he talks to me.
Yeah.
talks to me.
I think he likes me. He likes me.
he's a cool cat,
He is a cool cat.
and his wife's even more
He's
lovely.
the most
Yeah.
interesting man in the world that I know.
Oh,
Yes,
for sure.
absolutely.
I mean, he owns a helicopter.
Other than
Who does that?
This fool named Bama Bourbon Hunter. Nothing
Jake's
good.
interesting.
Nothing good comes from Alabama.
That's not true. Jake comes from Alabama. So
Other than Jake.
yeah, y'all quit busting Jake's chops.
I'm waiting on him to say something.
I am too. I am.
All right. So, Old Granddad Bonded.
Mm-hmm.
Initial thoughts?
It's got a good nose. Got a very good nose. As we always talk about, drapes are right there. They're par for the course as far as drapes go. Coloration's good. I mean, that's where we're at with it.
Yep.
Yep.
This
To me, I get more crisp off of this. It's more apple, caramel, that type of thing.
And this one does. Hello.
You all right?
This one has a higher rye content.
Yes.
I was about to say there's rye in it.
Yeah, there's a higher rye content for sure.
Yeah,
But on the front, you get those caramel, vanilla, really good bourbon notes.
Yeah.
It's that rye spice comes in about mid palate and
Yep.
finishes with it. It's got a little bit of oaky on it.
See, I'm getting a little bit of maybe like apple.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that
Something-
Christmas.
the crispness?
Yeah. That's the Christmas that I.
But
Crispness.
Crispness. There you go.
I definitely get the caramel. It's also very smooth.
Mm-hmm. They don't drink like Hunter
Way
proofs.
less tongue tingle on this one.
Yes.
And that's what blew my mind when I saw the bottle. It's like, man, this is 100 proof. Like, this is really confusing me.
Yeah,
But
it'll mess with you a little bit.
yeah,
It'll mess with you.
but yeah, man, that's
There's a little bit of a. I see where you're going with the Christmas, the apple.
yeah.
It kind of leans out. I don't know what
It's
it
like
is.
a honey crisp.
I don't know.
Yeah,
There's something.
It's like a honey crisp. It's not.
But I can see where you're going
It's not
with it.
crisp like Granny Smith.
It's a
Right.
definite brightness.
Yes. There you go. Maybe
That's
crisp
what-
is
yeah.
the wrong word. Brightness works. I like that one.
Once again, very pleasant on the eye. Gorgeous coloration.
Man. So I am curious since we did it with JW Dan.
Yeah. I talk too damn much. Slide that back just a bit bigger.
A little less pleasant with the cigar.
Really?
It almost brings out too much of the bitter tones.
What is there's like a sourness? Almost. Wow. Now, smoking the cigar on this one actually brought out the heat of the cigar.
Really?
Yes. And it could be the rye. I don't know. But like with the other one, I smoked the cigar and drank it, and the heat just kind of dissipated. This one, I can start feeling it down my throat as drinking it and smoking.
Okay.
Yeah, the pairing's not there on that one. For
Yeah.
me, it brings out a little too much bitterness.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
there's a
that's
burn
what
on
it
the,
is.
there's a burn on the tongue, like on my tongue. Maybe not so much here, like you were
Right.
talking about, but on my tongue, there's a weird burn that I
To
don't.
me, it makes it
doesn't
almost
make
like
it
a-
enjoyable.
To me, it makes the Granddad almost like a smoked whiskey at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah,
There's a lot of that.
There's something weird that. Like
There's a lot of that tobacco, that leather, that
Yeah.
smoked.
So I wouldn't recommend this one as a pairing, but I would
No.
definitely recommend it with the JW Dant.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
So, with that being said,
It's a good bottle. I mean, they're
is
both
the
good.
fact that it does not pair with the current cigar we're smoking, not all cigars, but
Right.
the one we are smoking right now,
Yeah.
do you deduct points? Because there's probably a cigar out there that pairs really well with it.
I'm going to harp into my gymnastic roots a little bit. I'm taking a 1/10 deduction.
For difficulty.
I don't know because
Execution.
Execution? Okay.
here's why. Because you're talking about these as whiskeys that are standalone. We're not
Right.
talking about pairings.
Right.
We're, so as a whiskey that stands alone, I don't think you can take points off for that.
No, you can't. You're 100% right on that.
Okay, I'm down.
But if you did, I would tend
Right.
to go with
Right.
Bucky on that. Especially
100%.
since Bucky and I are smoking the exact same.
Yeah.
cigar.
I'm going to tell you right now, if we were doing a pairing test,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
JW
JW Dant
all the way.
wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, we are going to have to get serial about this. So I do have a question. Could the cigar skew results if in the bracket, because it definitely will change your palate? And
True.
it
Very
could,
true.
But at the same time, when you're sitting around with your friends, enjoying a few pours of whiskey,
Yeah.
I know whenever we do group therapy and such,
Yes.
there's usually a cigar in our hand.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very rarely throughout the night is there not a cigar
Right.
lit, whether it's in the area with
Right.
Ryan sitting next to
Yep.
me, because even that will skew my nose,
Right.
Yeah,
skew my
it'll-
palate a
yeah.
little bit. But there always seems to be, especially in something like this, and if I'm going to recommend a budget bottled in bond bourbon bracket buster, it's got to have
It's a lot of bees, isn't it, buddy?
right. It's got to have a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And I know we're doing it budget style, so you're not spending a ton of money anyway.
Right.
But if you're gonna sit, or if you're gonna bring this to a buddy's house and sit and have a night with it, it's got to be able to stand up in some ways to the cigars that are either in the air or being smoked or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that. I mean, that's I couldn't have said it any better myself, honestly. I mean, that's a true thing, because you have stuff like that, and we've talked about it before. Sometimes, take the cigar out of the equation, sometimes what you're eating will affect the way it tastes.
Exactly.
Whether you're eating steak
If
and
you
potatoes,
because if you
you're
showed
eating
up
pasta
after eating Mexican food, and I
Yes.
showed up after eating a pizza,
right.
I may absolutely love this still, and you may go, well, that ain't right.
Yeah.
Something's not right there.
Exactly.
So he said, I get that, but it's presented as a budget bottled in bond bracket. It's adding a new layer if you're including the cigar in the data. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Just being devil's advocate.
Yeah, no,
I think that was part of that argument. Do
Yeah.
you deduct points for what the
Right.
cigar does to it? Now, you can kind of get around it. You can rinse with water.
yeah.
Like, I know what Old Granddad's supposed to taste like, and I'm not.
I think we all.
I don't think the cigar
Right.
has hindered that in any way.
No, I mean there's still the same flavor profile is still there. We just took it a step further with how it interacts with the cigar.
You know, and that's another thing. Like, even without the cigar, I'm getting a lot of floral tones in the Old Granddad. It almost reminds me of a deep gin.
I can see,
Can't say the gin word.
but I do see
sorry.
where you're going. At least
Yeah.
on the nose for me, I can pick up a little bit of that floral element to it.
And on top of that, so when I first smelled it, it had that burn. After that, and maybe this is just my nose or whatever, it stopped burning when I smelled it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and that's the great thing about Glencairn.
Right.
is
Yeah, it
that
opened-
bulb,
yeah.
it will
Right.
force the ethanol gases
Right.
out
Right.
and allow the nosing flavors to come
Okay.
through.
Well, that's what that was then.
To me,
Okay.
I know this is going to sound weird. Let me tell you what I get, like right now with it kind of opening up. I almost get honeysuckle. Because you remember as a kid,
Yeah.
you and I both grew up in small towns. You cram it in, either that or you snap the
You
little
snap
green
it off
off,
and
you
you
pull it,
Yeah, and you get the
and
little
then
bit
you
of
get the honey
whatever,
on it.
right?
Yeah. I kind of get that from it.
Okay.
It's very faint, but it's still there.
Right.
Okay.
At least on my palate. But I also try to, like, with my palate and stuff, I try to harken back to stuff from, like, life experiences.
Right.
No, and you absolutely
Like,
have to.
different stuff that I've tried.
We talked about it a little bit pre-show. That was one of the cool things that Jonathan Maisano from K. Luke said
Yes.
last night, was that if you don't have those big experiences in life, if you don't go out and try new foods or eat something or experience something, then there's not a lot you're going to be able to hearken to with whiskey.
Like,
Right.
I would
Because
love,
that's what it's all about, is
I would
bringing
love
up-
to do an episode on this. I don't know if we ever will. I would love to do a whiskey and sushi kind of thing because I've never had whiskey with sushi.
Well, if we're going
ever.
to do that, we definitely have to include JT Melick.
You
Yo,
never had any sake?
Sake's different.
Right.
Sake's not whiskey.
Right.
But I think the whole idea of rice.
Yes,
you
no,
would
I
have
agree
to-
with you.
You would
100%.
have
Yeah,
to have
you'd
JT
go
Melick in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
no,
I would love
absolutely.
to see JT Melick's high proof with a Obi roll, crunch roll, something along those lines.
Okay.
I think it would be
I'm
a good.
down.
I think it would be a good.
I
pairing.
like food and I
Y'all
like
are
whiskey.
making me
like
hungry
food,
right now.
right?
Is what you need.
No, absolutely.
I could go for some good sushi. We ate at and I probably shouldn't say this on air because
God.
we love it, but we ate at Yummy Buffet today.
I like Yummy Buffet. That's the one in Lumberton, right? Yeah.
It could also be
Yeah.
a strip club. I'm just saying.
I mean,
Man,
that
I'm
is
talking about
happening.
that. Did you watch the news? Of
Yeah,
that? They busted
that
a
is happening
massage
these
parlor in
days.
Lumberton for prostitution.
Another one?
Yes,
Didn't
another
they just
one.
bust one
Another
here?
one.
They busted one here. This one's in Lumberton.
Oh, gosh.
I
But-
never. I guess it's because I'm an overweight fat guy. I never get proposition for that when I go get a massage.
I don't
I
know.
I can't
Never
remember the
once.
last time I got a massage.
yeah.
Yeah, I go pretty. I go because
yeah.
of my back. I go relatively regular. It's like once every 2-3 months. Like
I
once
wouldn't
a
know
quarter.
because I don't have any of it.
What?
He said the new JT Melick would go incredibly with a steak.
I feel it would. Well, I don't know because he's probably talking about a different JT Melick than I am because they both have
The legacy.
the legacy, and I didn't partake in the legacy because of
Situation.
because of
Yeah.
Situations are situational.
yeah,
Situational.
both.
No, absolutely. And that's another fun thing. You know, we talk about cigars and whiskey.
Right.
Food and whiskey is another one. Because
It's yeah.
that's what a lot of your tasting notes are about, is harkening those past experiences with food. Because we say it all the time. Oh, man, that reminds me of, chocolate-covered raspberries. That reminds me of
Banana nut bread.
banana nut bread, my grandma's pecan pie. And, I mean, you hearken those experiences back.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden
Right.
you're going, man, I need to get some pecan pie.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like when
With
you
a
was talking
big
about
scoop of ice cream.
That's like when
Yeah.
you was talking about your bake thing. I hope you open it up to everything because I want somebody to make a red velvet cake.
Oh, see,
love
and
red
on
velvet.
top of that, I hate red velvet
I
cake.
love red velvet.
But we probably will. I don't think cookies are going to do it.
If
I
somebody
think we
wants to
gotta-
get to my
think you
heart,
gotta
if
get-
somebody wants me to
Yeah.
judge a baking contest, and you want to get to my heart, make a red velvet cake.
Okay.
I will put you up over everybody else.
See, I'm big on like. So they actually have it at Tiger Hut. It's called Dubosh cake.
Okay.
So and the idea of it is a 7-layer cake, but it's kind of like a German chocolate cake without the
Okay.
coconut.
Okay.
And oh god, but I love my favorite is carrot cake. I can't. Oh,
We've always jokingly said we're fat guys on camera. When you
Absolutely.
put 3 fat guys on camera,
Absolutely. We're going to talk about
it
food.
immediately goes to food.
Yeah. So wait a minute. That being said, I'm curious. He said his favorite cake. I said my favorite cake. Cake.
Cake?
What is your
Cake.
favorite cake?
Probably red velvet cake.
Okay.
But I do like carrot cake a lot.
I like a good carrot cake.
I really like carrot
I don't
cake.
have an objection
And-
to carrot cake.
My wife knows that every birthday I am not going to be satisfied until I get a piece of carrot cake.
I think what gets me about carrot cake is because I'm not a huge icing fan. So that little bit of spice in the carrot
The
cake.
cream cheese icing is
With the
what
cream.
makes the red velvet cake.
Yeah,
cake.
Jake, you're not going to believe this, but we're about to agree on something. That's all it is just chocolate cake.
This coming from the cynical asshole that said he could tell the difference between a zebra cake and a Christmas tree cake.
That is true. They are
You
different. They're
cannot
still
do
different.
that. I proved that on this show. You cannot do that.
A good marble cake with homemade buttercream icing.
That's a good.
Ooh.
Okay, I can get down
I like
with that
marble
too.
cake.
I can get down with that one.
Okay, so cake or
See,
pie?
Ooh.
Pie.
Pie.
I'm a
pie.
pie. I'm a pie guy.
Yeah, I like pies.
I like pie.
Sweet potato, pumpkin, chocolate, pecan.
Oh yeah.
Greens,
yeah.
beans, tomatoes.
Whoa!
Whoa.
We have a church up in here. I like
Yeah.
it. Getting that
They are different.
yeah. And
They're not different. Red velvet is chocolate.
No.
Yes.
It's the cream cheese icing that makes the
See,
difference.
thank you.
It really is.
Thank you, Blythe. I hate cream cheese. Oh, I hate
No,
buttercream
God,
icing.
No. First of
you
all,
are so wrong.
No. Whipped icing is
he
better.
He said fight me.
We will fight.
January, we fight.
Whipped. There is nothing
No.
good about anything whipped.
No.
Oh, yes.
That whipped yogurt shit. That's like squishy. Like
I'm
a
going to tell you
sponge.
right now. Now, this restaurant has closed down, and I don't know if everybody here's had it, but they will probably agree with me. West Texas Barbecue's
Yes.
pecan pie
Yes.
was to die
Yes. Not just that. Can we talk about the fact that every year at my family's Thanksgiving, we always ordered trays of rolls from West
for.
Texas?
Yes.
Their rolls
Man,
are
I miss them so much.
Ungodly good.
And
and
you
we're
also
talking
have
rolls,
Sierra Mist
yes.
salad.
Don't get me
I
started.
looked at Bucky for
Don't
that.
get me
I know
started.
you did. I know you did. He's
Don't
not
get
going to
me
say
started.
anything. He's not going to say
I'm
anything.
not gonna say anything.
He's not going on. He's not going on.
He liked it.
He's not going on.
Look,
any curl-
Mikey.
Yeah, he's not going on any curl shit list because he will get there real quick by
Absolutely.
dissing that dessert.
Absolutely.
No, I'm good on that one. So there's nothing good about Bucky if nothing whipped is good.
I loved whipped icing. It's my favorite. I hate buttercream icing.
It's okay to me.
It's just too rich for me. I'm weird about my palate as far as rich foods, and buttercream's just way too rich for me. That's why I like the whipped icing better.
Okay.
Not sure I trust John on food after his comment on cranberry
sausage
sausage dressing. I knew somebody was going to bring that back.
What is it? What did I say? I can't remember
Oh,
what I
God,
said.
don't get me to line.
It's
Jake,
not-
do you know what he said?
What did I say, Jake?
I'm pretty sure was it me and you that agreed that dressing and stuffing are the same thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they're-
it was you two.
yeah,
I
it was us.
disagreed.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he thinks it's something
They're
different.
not.
Yes.
But we're not going to get into
It's the
that argument.
thing.
But I don't remember the cranberry
And maybe
sauce.
it depends
And
on where
maybe it's
you're at,
because
I don't
I like cranberry sauce. Is
You're
that,
talking to a guy who literally
don't
can
like
make a meal out of stovetop stuffing. It's the same shit. Like, I can eat it by itself. Like, I love
Okay.
the stuff. I don't know why. Watching on the back porch by my phone is acting up, so I can't interact. Oh, you're good, Chuck.
We're just glad you're here, Chuck.
Yes, 100% glad you're here. Chuck's good people.
Hi, Chuck.
I like
I'm John.
Chuck's doing some awesome things with whiskey bottles, making
Okay.
lamps out of them.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
I love that.
They're really
Fall
cool.
stuffing comes in a box from Betty Crocker.
Thank you.
You can buy
Bears
dressing in the
beats
same box.
Battlestar
Yes, you
Galactica.
What?
You never watched The Office?
It's been a while.
Oh.
It's been a while.
What?
It's been a while.
Cornbread stuffing is the greatest.
How did we get to a Thanksgiving episode?
I don't know. We are months away.
Anyway.
Yes, 100% months away.
It's too
By
hot
the
to
way,
talk
are you hosting
Thanksgiving.
this year?
I don't know.
Yeah. You,
I mean, big nice house, big new house.
Oh God, here we go.
I figured you'd host.
I
Which
mean-
you host your in-laws anyway.
Yeah. I always.
Or
cook
I'm
for-
sorry,
I always
you
cook
host
for
your
them.
mother because she abruptly corrected me. That is her son. It is not her son-in-law.
right. Yeah. She loves you.
making stuffing and dressing out of a box. You ain't Southern. Get your shit together. He lives in Oklahoma.
He lives
He's
in
not
Oklahoma.
Southern.
That's not.
You might as well be a Yankee at that point.
Yeah. Giblet gravy, yes or no?
I like giblet gravy.
Nice. Very nice. Good job, yes.
I
gotta have.
Dressing is an abomination put inside a bird.
Oh God, y'all! This is not a Thanksgiving episode.
It is
It is
not.
too hot in Texas.
Yes, it's too
to
hot
talk
for Thanksgiving.
because now I'm sad and I want it to be cold.
I know.
Right.
Me too.
But if you want to talk cold,
Yes.
I'll tell you what.
Yes.
Our new sponsor, 10th Mountain Whiskey,
Very much cold. Colorado's
Yeah.
a cold place. my
up
man.
on a mountain.
Not only that, you got to drink
Over a mile
You got
high.
to drink for glory sometimes.
Right.
That's it.
I love it.
Is that their
Yes, that's official.
Drink for glory?
Yeah.
Drink
for
for
glory.
glory.
cat's out of the bag?
Yeah, cat is out of the bag.
There you
Yes,
go.
We got sponsored, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
We're not retiring from our jobs just yet, but we got
God, no.
sponsored.
But
But
I mean,
Yes.
you kind of did.
no,
But-
not really. Not really.
No, I'm kidding.
I was not in retirement mode. I was in, hey, let me ride a couple of months
Right.
till I get this other gig. But
Right?
I am excited about 10th Mountain being in
Yes,
Texas
and
finally.
too. Yes,
back
they're
in
in
Texas.
Texas.
They've got a good
That
distributor.
reminds me, I gotta
And they've
keep
got a good
talking.
rep.
I gotta
Great,
text
great
to see if I
organization.
can confirm something because I got told something.
Well, do you have to do it right this second,
Yes,
sir?
I do,
We're in the
actually.
middle of a finals championship.
Yes,
here.
I do actually.
I've actually had 10th Mountain, and I will tell you this: it is up there in my top 10.
You're gonna have to try their single malt. I know
Oh,
you're a
absolutely.
single malt
Single
fan.
malt's
I'm a
amazing.
single malt man.
So Chris, their regional territory
Super
manager,
good guy.
Yeah.
he had a bottle of a single barrel single malt that was 130 proof. Mm-hmm. If you want a review from somebody that's not a single malt person,
Okay.
not bad.
No,
Okay.
I heard that from
Okay.
Brian when I talked to Brian
Yeah.
about it because I
Not
asked him
bad.
specifically, did Bucky try the single
What does
malt
that
and how
even
was
mean?
it? What?
PETA shutting y'all down for putting cats in bags.
Cat's out of the bag.
Cat's
Oh, okay. I get. Okay. I was
back in that
like,
bag.
what?
Get back in that
10th
bag,
Mountain,
sir.
Great people and great whiskeys, absolutely.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely.
100%. So I just got it confirmed. So I'm going to break a little news for you.
Okay.
Ghostwood Whiskey is launching in Louisiana.
Are they really?
Yes.
Really?
Matter of fact, Rick is in New Orleans right now.
So
Congratulations
where
to them.
are they
Ghostwood
originally?
is out of Bozeman, Montana. If you
Yeah.
look at
Okay.
the coaster, it's on the table. It'll tell you everything you need to know. QR code, the
Oh,
whole nine
cool.
yards.
So it was really
There
cool.
you go.
They were at Southeast Texas Whiskey Fest
Yes,
this
they
past
were.
year. I guess, they had already been in Texas, but it was kind of
nice.
A relaunch.
we're
I
coming
guess.
out type
Yeah,
thing.
a coming out party. There you go.
like, hey, we're here, guys. Y'all need to recognize this.
Yes.
And
Right.
it's really started to pop up on shelves.
Yes.
Longhorn Liquor carries Ghostwood.
The Cowboy
There's
Okay.
Mojito is
the Cowboy Mojito as a mixed drink was
so
really good.
Yes.
Right.
But that's
I
exciting.
have
They're
recipe
expanding.
cards if you'd like one. We'll send one
Yeah.
home with you.
There you
They're
go.
expanding like crazy.
I think I may actually have a bottle of Ghostwood that I can send home with you too.
And
Oh,
them getting into Louisiana, Rick's working his ass off.
Rick
Yeah.
is working his ass off. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Rick.
Man, we're missing
That
SmackDown.
route
I
was
love
amazing.
Rick.
Yes.
I mean, we could have put it on,
That's
but Bucky
okay.
doesn't.
I watch I always just
Oh.
watch the highlights these days.
We didn't even
I
think
didn't-
about it. Yeah, we were.
The
It's
remote's
fine.
sitting right there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's almost over anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you're only literally got like 9 minutes left.
So we're gonna have to go side by side on these.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Your other glass is empty, sir.
I know. I'm fixing to put JW Dan in it.
So this is for all the marbles,
All the marbles. No pun intended.
even though we only have one marble here.
Yes.
Nobody knows. I never said my last name on
Hey,
the
can
show,
we? Speaking
so
of,
nobody knows.
How you feel about doing an episode with the guys from Ruling on the Field?
That would be a great one.
Yeah.
I feel like since John came
So
here,
we
we could come
did
there.
Lake
Okay,
Street-
so
Lake
Lake
Street
Street
Liquor,
is the JW Dant.
Okay, so I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're right. You're 100% right. I do need a little.
I am pouring sample taste.
I do need a
Because-
little bit of that to add.
Just say JW and get it over with.
No. We don't know that, Blythe.
We don't.
Bucky gave his ever famous no.
I'm gonna do
You
like
need any of either,
you know,
you're good with both.
they
here,
talk
let me-
about
see the JW.
what's his name that does the pizza review on Barstool. I always forget.
Dave Portnoy.
Dave
Yeah,
Portnoy.
he's like my brother's favorite person.
Yeah. One bite, everybody knows the rules.
Yeah, this is one swig. Everybody knows the rules.
Yes.
Yeah, because everybody knows that he takes like 17 bites,
Yes, he does.
and we're gonna take like 17 drinks.
Ooh, what are they doing?
One pour. Everybody knows the rules. I've got 2.
Shame I'm going to Cyprus tomorrow. Otherwise, I may go to that.
I don't know what that.
I've got 2. I don't know.
I've got 2. What 2 do you have?
I don't know. They're doing some good stuff though.
And 1 eye.
He made the joke about himself though. I mean, yeah, it's a little.
That's funny.
That's funny. I'm not. So I affectionately, I can tell. I've told Rick this before. I affectionately refer to Rick as Captain Ron.
Yes.
I got you. Okay.
All right. I have JW Dant. You have JW
Cheers,
Dant.
fellas. This has been fun.
Yes, it's been.
I have JW
freaking
Dant.
bland. You have JW Dant. Fantastic.
All right.
Cheers, fellas.
Yep.
Cheers.
All right, sit on it, think about it, love it, hate it, do what you got to do internally, and then we're gonna go into the other one.
Okay.
Get a mental note of
You
where
want
you're
to
at.
rinse? At least the palate?
Nope, we're
No
going
rinse
back to
palate?
back with these.
Oh,
Okay.
gotcha. Okay.
Marbles.
2 marbles. I get where he's
Jake,
going. with it.
oh, Bly.
What did Bly say?
Jake has 2 eyes and still can't see.
Oh,
That's fantastic.
All right.
I can see your bright white, slender man looking eyes.
God.
Those 2. I love Jake and Blythe. They're awesome.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to rinse now.
Yeah, I am too. I may have to do that again because it's that.
I don't. I know what it is. Yeah.
Yes, you do have a big day tomorrow. Be safe, by all means. Enjoy New Orleans, fun town.
Yes. You know where you're at?
I know where I'm at.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Do you know where you're at?
I feel like I almost know where I'm at.
Yeah.
I feel like it, and I don't think Bucky's going to agree with it.
Okay.
Well, let me do a quick cleanse of the palate. We're there.
Excelente.
100%. Yep. I know where I'm at.
Okay.
You know where you're at? You're still working on it? We need to blindfold
says
you?
Bucky has no idea where he's at.
No. Bucky doesn't. Instead of Scotty doesn't know, in this case, Bucky doesn't know right now.
Okay.
You need to do a drowning pheasant. Do we need to go back to the old school days? I mean,
I remember the drowning pheasant.
everybody remembers the
Yes.
drowning pheasant. All right.
Okay, I think the way you do it is one by one. You pull the bottle up,
Okay.
put it back,
Okay.
and that's how we find out.
Okay.
Do you know?
Are you want
Do
me
you
to
know?
start, or do you want to go?
I'm gonna let you two go first.
Okay. That just all.
Okay. All right, no, put it back so Bucky can go. I mean, you take all the time you need, bro.
I feel like I know where he's going with this.
This is hard for him.
It's very hard for him.
It's way harder than it should have been.
It's way harder than it should have been, ladies and gentlemen. He said it from it. The whiskey nerd himself said it out of his mouth.
Either way, I'm going to be proud
I'm
of
a quiver
you.
with your answer, sir.
Do what?
I said either way, I'm going to be proud of you.
Thanks, buddy.
Take all the time in the next 3 minutes.
right. Yeah.
God, that's remarkable. Where you at with it? Are you gonna do the thing where you close your eyes again, drink both of them? Maybe not. I don't know.
Dun, da, da, da. Okay. Well,
That's you?
that's him.
Really? I was looking at my phone thinking
Yeah.
about the
Yeah,
last
I know.
call. Look at you.
Pull it back.
Okay.
Not that it needs to be said, but
It's unanimous.
it is
JW
unanimous.
Dant. How does that make you feel?
I hate it here.
A $13 bottle of
He
whiskey
said, I hate it here.
is the winner of the
Winner
bracket.
of the budget bottled in bond bourbon bracket. Bukkake.
No, don't
Yeah.
say that. We're gonna get kicked off of Facebook
We're not
and
gonna-
YouTube.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get kicked off. If we hadn't been kicked off now, we're not ever gonna be kicked off.
Right.
I'm amazed. I'm surprised and amazed because I knew walking through that door, I knew where you were going, and you
So-
were going.
So here's where I'm
you
at.
were going there
Okay.
when you walked in the door. True or false?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was already the winner before the show
Yeah.
ever started.
Yeah. Not so fast, my friend.
Here's what I'll tell you. Like we said about all the bottles that have been in this, they all deserve to be bought and on your shelf.
Yes.
Right.
For under
100%. For under
$30,
yes,
whatever
for
it
under
was.
30, 35.
Every one of them. Yeah, because the Rittenhouse was a single barrel. It did come in at about $35. Every one of them deserves to be on your shelf
Yes, they do.
as a budget bourbon.
Yes, they do.
Right.
If you get a JW Dant, take the first pour, figure out what you don't and do like about it.
Yeah.
Come back in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Because it will open up. And
Yeah.
that's what impressed me the most is how it opened up.
So I'm curious, okay? The old granddad was stored in your house,
Yeah.
climate controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you the funny story about this.
That was not.
The JW Dant literally did not leave the studio. It's set in the studio from the time we first reviewed it to now.
Right.
And this is not climate controlled.
Well, it's got insulation in it.
It does,
To a
but
point.
So,
hey, it's Adam Morgan. Hey.
hey,
I need to do an opinions in beer. I need to do a beer episode with
Yeah.
Adam
absolutely.
at some point. Maybe in the fall. We'll work it out.
So what was it for you?
So I'll tell you what it was. Like I said, the crispness,
Crispness.
the easy burn of JW Dant compared to I personally got a lot of floral in the old granddad. And as much, and I'm going to say this out loud, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, as much as I enjoy gin, it's not particularly my favorite, and that's what turned me off from that.
Okay.
Okay.
But that was crisp. It was clear. It had like I said, I enjoy that. That is something that I would, like you said, make an old fashioned with. It's something that I would keep on my shelf, and just if I wanted a couple sips, I could pour it in a glass and just enjoy it all year round.
I feel it's very versatile because of the fact that we all agreed that it would be good in an old fashioned. It paired really well with the all decked out that we were smoking tonight, and it's good on its own.
Right.
I feel it's probably out of the whole bracket. I think we can all agree, since we all picked it, is the most versatile bottled in bond. Not to be confused with the most versatile condiment, which is mustard, by the way.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I enjoyed this experiment. Was a really
This
good
was fun.
one.
Right.
It was fun.
I loved it.
Yes, we were so glad you came in for this
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
100%. The door's open to you anytime you want to come back.
Like I said, big shout out to those boys from SWF.
Yes, those guys are.
Y'all, like I said, the 17th. Oh, and I didn't mention this.
Okay.
All right, so there are two shows in August.
Okay.
There is the 17th and August the 31st. We are having, and get this, we are having a show at the Boys and Girls Club of Hardin County.
Okay.
And it is completely free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Completely free.
Yeah. It is free for vendors to sign up. It is free for the public.
Oh, wow.
Y'all just come in and watch the product that we're putting out. I promise you, you won't be
Braden and I probably get
disappointed.
that one.
Yeah.
So are they? Is it always on Saturday? What's the? What are the days?
It's always on Saturday.
Okay.
It's the last Saturday of the month.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you said that, but
Right.
I'm just making
Right.
sure
No,
because
that's good.
when you throw out dates that are out, it's like
Right. And of
Monday-
course,
Monday, Tuesday.
August 17th. Let's not forget these girls.
No.
Let's get these girls to Ireland.
Yes, let's get
Okay.
them
I need to work on my announcer voice because I want to come do some announcing.
there. Oh, look at you.
We're looking for an announcement.
I want to drop somebody on their head.
Yeah.
I want to
Maybe
be
a
like
clothesline.
Michael Cole,
Yeah. Okay.
I feel you're more Pat McAfee than Michael Cole.
probably.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. You can stand up. You can stand up on the
Yeah,
desk. And
I'll stand up
yeet.
on
There
the
you go.
on the desk
You can
and
yeet. You can
Somebody,
yeet all you
somebody's
want.
watching the show like John. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please
don't
quit
be, don't be
doing that.
yeeting. Don't be yeeting.
Yeet.
That's awesome. J.W. Dant, huh?
Yeah.
That surprises
So-
me with you. It really does.
I'll say this:
Okay.
it surprises the shit out of me too.
Yeah.
Because on a normal any given Sunday, 9 times out of 10, if you're asking me, I am going to take a Brown Forman product,
Oh, God,
period,
yes.
over a Heaven Hill product.
Yes.
And I got an opportunity last Southeast Texas Whiskey Fest to try the Heaven Hill 21 year or whatever it was. Wasn't a fan.
No,
I've had some Heaven Hill products. They're good.
Right.
But Brown Forman, on the other hand, I know I enjoy a lot, if not most, of what they put out. So it had an advantage in that sense too, just knowing
Right.
Heaven Hill versus Brown Forman. So congratulations to Heaven Hill for putting out a product.
Absolutely.
A really good budget product.
Right.
Let's be honest with it. It's a really good. It's versatile. We talked about that a minute ago. I kind of like. That was a corn whiskey though. Okay.
Okay.
It's still a Heaven Hill product. That was my
Yes.
point.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how you can not, like, because you said it yourself, the 21-year-old, we weren't fans of it.
No, I really wasn't.
This,
You turn around and all of a sudden the same Heaven Hill product, in a sense,
yes,
from the same distillery. I know
Yes.
it's not the same product,
right,
but that same distillery that put out a 21-year-old expensive ass whiskey
Yes.
that I was like, man, I wouldn't buy one. Turns around and puts out a $12.99 whiskey that takes down everything it's gone up against.
yes,
Right.
I mean, it's done it. I mean, granted, there've been some close ones.
Yeah.
Very close.
This, I feel, this was one of those
This
close
was
ones.
this again.
The
This was a very
JTS Brown
close
was
one.
one of those close ones. The only bracket that it kind of walked away from was the benchmark.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
crushed benchmark. I'm amazed.
Me
I'm amazed and happy all at the same time.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's definitely, and like you said, all these bottles are worth putting on your shelf.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But definitely, at the end of the day, J.W. Dant, the winner of the night.
Which is amazing
Yeah,
to me.
never would have thunk it.
I wouldn't have neither. Like
Yeah.
literally, I even told you in a joking conversation we had on the phone about. I was like, I just paid $12.99 for a bottle of whiskey. I don't know if it's going to be that good. Or
We didn't
not.
even know what to do with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we really
Did we
did.
really
We're
wanna
like,
review
do we really
it?
wanna review it? Do we not want to review it? I mean, we were back and forth about it, but Bucky's like, yeah, I mean, it's bottled in bond. I mean, let's go with it. And
That's it.
And then it just kind of
yeah.
spiraled from there. And it
This
turned
is the
into
Fairly
this.
Dickinson of our bracket.
Fairleigh
Fairleigh
Dickinson.
Throw that in there just because of the fact that John was here.
Absolutely.
John was here for fraternity time
Yes,
last year.
he was.
Fairleigh Dickinson.
Fairleigh Dickinson. There it is. Fairleigh Dickinson
Yep.
wins the whole damn thing. Who
Joe Boo
would've thought?
approves.
Joe Boo does approve. Joe
Joe
Boo didn't
Boo
have
approved.
anything. Joe Boo's having a sober night
Yeah,
tonight. He didn't have
apparently
anything in his
he's
glass.
he's detoxing.
He's detoxing.
Yeah.
Because I think Joe Boo actually came to life on me at some point.
Oh yeah,
I walked in here at one point. There was a little bit of whiskey in Joe Boo's glass. I showed up a few days later. That glass was fucking empty, bro. So I don't know if Joe Boo's like partying with the Barbies that might be in the backyard or some shit like that, but
it's possible.
that glass was empty.
Hey, I've seen Toy Story.
Yeah.
We've all seen Toy Story, yes.
I've also watched Indian in the Cupboard.
Yes,
exactly.
I've seen Indian in the Cupboard.
Plastic.
Yeah,
Plastic.
Joe kind of looks like the Indian from the Indian Cupboard.
Oh man.
But anyway, yes, by all means, thank everybody.
Yeah, for everybody tuned in that
following
chimed
the
in,
bracket, yes, chiming
helped
in,
with some
sure.
decisions.
Thank Rick for breaking news about Ghostwood launch in Louisiana.
Yeah, congratulations.
Again, we're
to
going to
them.
thank the sponsor, 10th Mountain Whiskey. You know, order their stuff. I hear there may be other things that we're working with on them. I haven't confirmed any of that yet, but there's other stuff in the works. It's a good time to be a functional fam.
Even that guy, Bama Bourbon Hunter. I guess.
I love Jake.
He's aight.
Jake, thank you so much for tuning in. You know I love you.
Yes, Jake's all right. Jake's all right.
So yeah.
But yeah.
And thank you. I know you. Couldn't,
Thank you, yes.
I know you originally had an issue and you weren't going to be able to make
Right.
it. What was that last week? That you
Last
weren't
week,
gonna be able to
yeah.
make
And
it?
then we were both. You were. By the way, you
Stomach
were
bug
recovered from your
thing.
stomach bug
I-
or whatever.
yeah.
I
I mean,
got
it took
over
me a
the
few
sinus
days,
shit.
It kind of just worked out.
It worked
It did.
out.
It really
I
worked
feel
out
it
for
worked
the
out
best.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I
By
can't
far.
thank you enough for coming
Absolutely.
and for what you're doing for those girls. The cool stuff that you're doing
That's
for
not
Silsby.
true, Blythe. Everybody loves Jake.
Tolerate him.
Everybody loves Jake.
Real quick, not only me, and I want to say this, but thank you to everybody so far, all the businesses, all the big key players, like I said, to Roy, to all these guys, to you, who put us on the show to kind of get this word out.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who has donated or given time or let these girls come on the show. To, of course, my brothers at Ruling on the Field. Thank you all, because we can't do this without you.
We need to work on a collab with those guys.
Absolutely. I'm sure they would be happy to do it. But, yeah.
Bucky and I can get sportsy.
Yeah, man. He said come check out what we do at Sips at the Lodge, Thursdays at 7:30. So there you go.
They do some good stuff.
Yeah.
Jake and Blythe and Bucky do some good stuff.
I'll have to tune in one day.
I'm glad you got to catch them on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's what they run.
Oh, okay.
They run
So
on Instagram.
I'll actually have to get an Instagram. No, I'm kidding. I have one.
They run
but,
on
What's an
Instagram.
Instagram?
yeah.
That one of them there social medias?
Speaking of, Jake, does Jake have anybody coming on this week? This coming week, I guess? Can he talk about it? Does he want to talk about it?
Do we?
What do you want to talk about?
I just work here.
Yeah, but you hate it here.
I do. But I choose to work here.
I feel like if you wouldn't have bought your house here, your next move would be you'd be moving to Alabama. Just
Hell no.
But
Fuck
why?
no. You
Why
done
would
lost
you
your
want
damn mind.
Every time I step foot in
I eat-
Alabama,
According to my last
my
psych
skin
evaluation,
starts peeling
yes.
off. Like, why would you want to do that?
There's a better chance that I would move next door to Blythe in Oklahoma than ever step foot
by
in
far,
Alabama.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, so I got to tell you this.
Oh shit.
I was watching a live, rather. Emiliano does not like the fact that you're a Sooner.
No, he hates it.
He hates
So-
it.
He hates
but
it.
he loves the fact.
But he's a Longhorn.
He
fan.
loves the fact that I'm the other half of that equation.
I give him so much shit.
So, Jake, let me, really quick before we get out of here, let me tell you a story, Jake. All right.
Story time with Uncle John.
There is a reason that I don't like Alabama. Obviously, one of the big reasons is because of the Alabama Crimson Tide. But the other one is because when I was in my mid-20s, I met a girl, and she lived in Silsby, but she moved to Alabama, Troy, Alabama to be exact.
Troy.
And she...
Home of the Trojans, not to be
I went
confused
to
with
Alabama, and I was there. I thought that this was going to be a good thing. Like, we were going to build a relationship and all this other stuff. And she lost her marbles on me, not to be inclusive. And she decided that she didn't want anything to do with me. And I drove home from Alabama to
Wait a
Texas.
minute, she had marbles or she
No,
lost her marbles?
She lost her marbles, like
Okay.
up here. And I drove home all the way to Southeast Texas, a brokenhearted man. So I am not very fond.
Did
of
you at least
the
stop for a
residents
burger
people
and
in
a grape
Alabama.
snow cone on your way back?
I did not.
Okay.
I did bring her a Whataburger from Meridian, Mississippi, though.
Meridian's actually not a bad town.
Yeah.
I've hung out in Meridian a little bit.
Because at the time, Alabama didn't have a Whataburger.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Meridian was the last stop. And so she got cold Whataburger, but she got Whataburger.
She got Whataburger.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
So here's where we're at tonight. We're at the last call. Because you're in studio, I know you haven't had this.
Okay.
I know it's a bottled in bond. I brought it in specifically for this. If you want to partake in it, you can. From what I remember, you liked it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to pour you, because I know you're an Irish kind of guy. I'm going to pour you McTavish's War Cheese
Woo!
bottled in bond.
Yes.
I hadn't had it.
I love
brought it in here
McTavish.
for this.
So get ready because it's a sweet bomb.
Yes, it's a sweet bomb.
Okay.
I'm going
I'm going to kind of wash my glass.
Yeah, wash your glass. You're not going to do it like that.
Oh, I don't know how this thing works.
Well, it doesn't do that, but here, I can do that.
You're not going to do it like that.
I don't know how any of this
You're not
works.
going to do it like that. You have a glass, are you partaking in what you got, or
I'm
what are you
good.
doing?
I've got a
Good?
50-50 blend of
You got a 50-50 blend. I did a
Number-
75-25, and it was,
the champion and the runner-up.
well, piss on you then. We're drinking McTavish.
So are we
Well,
doing?
piss on you, Wyatt.
Are we going to do this cigar thing?
Yes, I'm going to reach out to.
Because I know nothing about this yet,
I'm
and I have
I'm
nothing
going to
planned.
confirm it with Michael Perez. I'm going to try to get it on the books for next week. Might be the week after. I don't know yet.
Well, keep me updated so
Yes, I will keep you updated.
because I'm going to have to figure shit
Glass.
out.
Oh, yes. And so I'm sure y'all will be there the 17th?
Will be what?
When's the 17th?
Saturday the 17th.
Yeah,
Yeah, no shit.
I will be there for sure.
What time?
Okay.
All
Anytime
day.
between 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
All day.
Okay. Then I should be able to be there.
Well,
I'm off anyway.
Well, I mean, he lives in Kuntz now, so.
Right.
Am I not invited to these Silsby events anymore?
No, you can still come. You're still Silsby.
You're still Salisbury.
The winner and first place loser. Very good, Blythe.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Two nobody
So
remembers.
I'm curious. I had this. I want to see what your thoughts on it are.
And you know who Graham McTavish is, I assume.
Yes.
Graham
I
McTavish
love McTavish whiskey. Oh.
I brought this in specifically for you.
I don't even know if I want to drink it. I just want to smell it the whole time.
Well, I mean, it's a drinking show, so you kind of have to
Right.
drink it.
Okay. So you ready?
I do have a last call, actually.
You ready?
Yeah, sure, whenever you are.
Let's go! Frog hell! I kind of lost it there.
There you go.
Alcohol makes you look better naked. So does whiskey. Your choice.
Saliente, boys. Be still, my beating heart. Oh.
So good. McTavish has got it.
He did a good job.
Yeah.
And that's a bottled in bond.
Yep.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, that's a bottled in bond. as
Wow.
So I had an idea, and we didn't do it.
well. No, we did not. We talked about it.
I was
We'll show it.
bring. I was gonna bring some of the bottled in bonds that I have.
Yes.
I knew we had that one. I wanted to do a small, like a 4-bottle side bracket of
Right.
just whatever other bottled in bonds we have. Like that one's what, $60-$70.
So wait a
Yeah.
minute. I'm curious. Hang on. Hear me out. Do we want to do that next week?
We can.
Okay.
Just put this
There you
up
go.
against the winner of that bracket.
We'll pull JW Dan.
Okay. And there's no price range on this.
No.
So whatever
Wide
the
open.
whatever
Whatever
the
you wanna roll with.
whatever the flock I have at the
Yes.
house, I'll grab 3 bottles. We'll throw in McTavish.
Yes.
Price doesn't matter.
Nope.
We'll pick a winner out of those 4.
I think we may have some other bottled in bonds somewhere
I'll bring 3,
in this menagerie.
and then we'll figure it out. Or I'll bring a few.
Yes.
We'll pick 4,
There you go.
and then we'll narrow those 4 down to 1, and we'll put it up against JW Dant and see if it can take down a monster.
That's gonna be tough.
David versus Goliath.
That's gonna be tough on that one.
Yeah, it really will.
That's
I
gonna
gotta
be
give me
tough.
one of these. I don't have one.
I got this one. Oddly enough, I got this one at the new Bells in Lumberton.
I really like
for like
this.
$12.99.
Yeah.
I do want to, again, send a quick thank you and shout out to 10th Mountain Whiskey
Yes.
for reaching out to us
Yes.
about a sponsorship. That was
Yes.
really freaking cool.
Yes.
We're excited to have them as part of the show.
Yes.
I mean, we had them on what, a year and a half, almost 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago, yeah.
And we have one of their very early releases. It's literally age stated 1 year.
Wow.
So
That's Bucky's
awesome.
excuse to tell Dana he has to unpack his.
Have you unpacked the whiskey yet?
no, it's all in boxes shoved in my tiny closet.
You do. Can we talk about that? You do have a tiny closet. Like I was in your house helping you move shit in.
Even Dana was surprised about how big. She didn't remember.
The closet male to female ratio is fucking ridiculous.
We're gonna have to fix that. Like we're gonna have to go in, do some demolition.
I feel like
Knocking
here's
walls
what I
out.
feel like.
Yes.
I feel like knowing Bucky the way I know Bucky, Dana and Bucky's clothes can both fit in Dana's closet.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
So that makes the other closet entirely his. The only problem is I don't really know where you're going to set up at yet for your home.
No,
stuff.
me neither. I did the show, the Sips at the Lodge last night.
You did the Sips of Lives from your bedroom.
In our bedroom.
Yeah.
In front of a cream-colored wall.
Yes,
and it was just so boring looking.
But I'm not going to lie.
It's not tiny, it's Bucky
Here's
size.
what I'm going to tell you. When the temperature gets cooler,
oh, I can absolutely do it outside.
you can do it outside from where you did the JT Mellick
So I did the
shot.
JT
Right,
Mellick.
yes.
That was the whole point of doing the JT Mellick
Right.
thing outside because I wanted to see if I could handle it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Immediately realized I wouldn't be able to handle it for like
Right.
2 hours because
Yep.
typically all of our shows,
Last
hour and a
about
half to 2 hours.
Hour and a
Right.
half, 2 hours, yeah.
I was out there. So the full JT Mellick video is like 10 and a half minutes long.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I was just like,
Pouring.
I was like, there's no way. I even had the fans going.
Yeah.
Nope, not going to happen. It's too hot and humid. No way.
Yep.
Now, when it gets cooler,
Yes, absolutely.
I'll have the patio furniture out there.
So you're building pig pen this weekend.
Yes, I am building a
I'm
pig pen
taking
this
the kids
weekend.
shopping.
I heard that he's building a Highland cow.
I hate it. Why would you even bring that up?
The cow. There's actually
It is
a cow
literally
in
the,
the comments.
FG fam versus
That was
Bucky.
the first thing Blythe said when she got
Yes.
on here.
Yeah.
Was like, "Where's the
Oh, I
Highland?"
know.
Or it was like, "Where's the Highland cow pen?"
I sent you a picture of a cute one.
It's literally the FG fam versus Bucky.
Yes.
I'm the only one that is saying
what's
no.
the pig's name?
Biggie.
Biggie.
Biggie. Shout out to Biggie. Like I watched, and I want to say this:
Biggie's
I've
a
watched
big-ass
your
pig,
daughter
by the
take
way.
care of this pig, and I'm just like super
Yes.
respect to her.
Yes.
Like she is
She's
doing,
doing a
great
great
things.
job.
From starting out knowing nothing to
Yeah.
where she is now,
Oh,
100%.
Like that's the highlight of me and Bobby's night is to watch
the pig.
this pig getting
Yes.
taken care of.
It's crazy.
I feel
like-
the pig should have a live stream.
The pig should have its own
Probably.
Facebook.
I could
is
put
what
like
it,
a GoPro on it.
yeah.
Well, man, don't y'all have a camera on it currently, don't you?
She's got a
Yeah.
security camera or whatever
Oh, okay.
that she's got
That
on
makes
it.
sense.
Yeah.
Pull the footage. Post it.
Make a collage.
There you go. Collage it. Love it. He has a camera. See your wife. Beef for Bucky. I don't know how much beef you're
Hashtag
getting.
beef for Bucky.
I don't know how much beef you're getting out of a Highland. A mini Highland at that.
No.
I hear that so I've read an article that Highland cows are kind of territorial and they're quite mean sometimes.
I can see that because they're fucking emo looking.
Yeah.
They're with their hair covering their eyes and,
Yeah,
they're going to start
hair.
doing like this.
I sent him a
I
picture.
whip my hair back.
Yeah, I sent him a picture of one with actual horns on it, and the horns would, but
Yeah, they were like
looked
this
like they were
long.
about this long.
I was singing that song a couple of days ago at Tiger Hut, and one of the young kids was like, "What are you singing?" And I was like, "Shut up."
Willow Smith.
You don't even
What
know.
you singing? Fantastic.
All right.
There's a cow in your future.
There's not.
You're doing fantastic shit with charities.
Thank you.
I love it.
Love you guys.
I'm just here. I'm here for the party.
Love you
That's it.
guys.
Yes.
600 to 700 pounds should yield
That's
about
so
200.
big.
That
Yes.
is a big cow.
Y'all do realize how big 700... I get that
Yeah.
they look cute and
Yeah.
tiny in pictures, but when there's a 700-pound cow in my backyard, I am finding each and every one of you motherfuckers, and it's home.
It's home,
I'm
like Donkey
delivering-
Kong.
I'm delivering that bitch. You just don't know it yet. I know where
all.
you live.
It's all
I've been
like
to your
Donkey Kong.
house. I know the address.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
enjoyed
Yes.
having you.
We
For
enjoyed
sure.
having you back, buddy.
I can't wait
Yeah.
for the
been too
video of Bucky running for his life from the cow in the
Yeah.
backyard. Meaning,
I'm gonna start a whole series
Yes, do that.
with the cow.
There you go.
Beef, bourbon, and Bucky.
I know how much.
Hey,
I know how much
I like that.
475 fits in a freezer. Just saying. I know that from experience.
Oh, shit. You have my Addy pull.
Yeah.
But I am making that trip. I may have to make a
Making
couple
that
pit
trip.
stops on the way.
He's gonna bring a slab of beef with him when he.
Wait
makes
a
that trip.
minute. Can we go now?
slap him with it. Whoosh.
You think we can do that in a weekend?
What?
I'll drive.
Up to Kingston?
Yeah.
No.
I'll drive. I got free time.
I know you do. I got shit to do.
I got free time. I can go.
All right. As
All right.
always,
Yes.
you've been awesome.
I try.
You've been amazing.
Yes,
Thank you
you're
for
good.
coming on.
Thank you for coming.
As always, y'all have been absolutely awesome. I forget how far off camera I am now. Y'all have been absolutely awesome.
Y'all.
We couldn't do this without y'all. And the
100%.
comments.
100%.
This Bottled in Bond budget bourbon was really fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
next week with the no limit soldiers
No holds
coming
barred,
in.
just
no
coming
holds
in.
barred, no limits.
So y'all tune in for that and see if JW Dant can take down Goliath.
Ooh, I don't think it's going to.
But yeah, this was a ton of fun. Thank you again, John. Congratulations, Heaven Hill. Congratulations, JW Dant.
Yep.
If y'all are ready, we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Get
Yeah.
hit it.
I can't find it.
Na.
My tongue, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no